Message from General Pepper. Priority 1.
We need your help, Star Fox. Andross has declared war. He's invaded the Lilat system and is trying to take over Corneria. Our army alone can't do the job. Hurry, Star Fox.
Welcome to my new Let's Play of Star Fox 64. This is one of my favorite Nintendo 64 games, so even though I played it for my channel a few years ago, I wanted to revisit it and do a more thorough playthrough. We have quite a few options to choose from on the main menu, but we're jumping right into the main game.
Corneria, fourth planet of the Lilat system. The evil Andross turned this once thriving system into a wasteland of near extinction. General Pepper of the Cornerian Army was successful in exiling this maniacal scientist to the barren, deserted planet Venom. 5 years later, General Pepper noticed strange activity coming from Venom. James McCloud, Pigma Dangar, and Peppy Hare of the Star Fox team were sent to investigate. Upon their arrival, Pigma betrayed the team, and James and Peppy were captured by Andross. Peppy barely escaped Venom and returned home to tell James' son, Fox, about his father's fate. A few years have passed. Andross has again invaded the Lilat system. General Pepper has turned to a new Star Fox team, headed by Fox McCloud, to save Corneria and free the Lilat system once again.
It's about time you showed up, Fox. You're the only hope for our world.
I'll do my best. Andross won't have his way with me.
Good luck.
Open the wing. Check your G-diffuser system.
Falco here. I'm fine.
This is Peppy. All systems go.
Flippy here. I'm okay.
I see him up ahead. Let's rock and roll.
Star Fox 64 is divided into two main types of gameplay, the first of which is on-rails flight sections like this. So as we make our way towards Corneria City, we have to shoot down all these enemy ships along the way for points,
Flippy, watch out. Bogey on your tail.
and also protect our allies, like Slippy, who is currently being chased by that ship there. There is friendly fire, so be very careful when trying to take down enemies trying to attack your squad mates. And with that, we should almost be there.
We're in Corneria City now. This is horrible.
So, as you can tell, this is a very dialogue-heavy game. And normally I try not to talk over dialogue too much, but because of how much talking there is, I probably will end up talking over the voice lines quite a bit. Which is kind of a shame because the voice acting is honestly really good for the time. There are quite a few iconic lines as well. So yeah, we have a charge shot by holding down A and then tapping A again. We have bombs by pressing B, or with the current configuration I'm using the Y button instead, because I have braking tied to the B button instead. Here is a checkpoint. We also collected 3 golden rings that gave us a health extension.
I'll take this. Get the one behind me.
So now Falco is in trouble, so we need to boost using C left, or X in my case, to catch up. I actually have it set up like the 3DS version, because I actually prefer that control setup. Trying to use the right stick on a Wii U controller for the C buttons isn't the most reliable thing in the world, so I do prefer having important actions like this tied to like X or B. There is also a medal requirement, so we have 90 points at the moment. To get the medal, we'd actually need 150 points, which is probably not happening. Some enemies like that are worth more points. Also, if you fly under these arches, something special will happen, but we'll go over that a little bit later. For now, I want to stick to the default route for this game. Peppy's actually pretty low on health, so let's be a little bit careful. This is also a laser upgrade. We actually have the lasers maxed out. Also pressing X and down will let us do a little somersault like that to pick up both rings.
All range mode. Ah, so this is Star Fox. I'm going to crush you.
So the second type of gameplay is all range mode. If Slippy is alive when you reach the boss, he will reveal the enemy's health meter, and we actually already toppled the boss by destroying the leg of this mech, so we can fire at the back like so.
My Emperor! I failed you! We're heading out. All aircraft report.
You did it! I was worried for a moment.
You're becoming more like your father. I'm fine. You okay over there, Fox?
And because I didn't talk about it before, this is the galaxy map for the Lilat system. So because of the route we took in Corneria, we are going to this particular level. If we had taken a different route, we would have ended up at a different place.
Impressive, Star Fox. Now watch out for enemies in the asteroid field.
I won't let you down, sir.
Good luck.
Things are starting to heat up.
Quit dinking around, Flip. We're heading into the asteroid.
So we're moving on to Meteo, which is an asteroid belt. We can destroy these asteroids for points, like so, which is good because the medal requirement for the stage is 200 points.
Don't mess up that R rating.
So we do have to be really careful because there's a lot of debris to dodge.
I'm on your side.
That's a very iconic line that happens if you accidentally shoot at Falco.
Quiet. Too quiet. Be careful, it's a trap.
And there are the enemies. So now Peppy is telling us about bombs. We can actually use bombs when locked onto enemies, which is very helpful. This level is a lot tougher than Corneria, so I'm curious to see how this goes. I normally don't play the easy levels, so I'm actually kind of wondering if I might have some trouble just from not practicing these stages very much. Here's another place to use a somersault to collect multiple items, like this.
Here comes a big one.
Missed the silver ring, but because we got the gold ring, we still got a little bit of a health refill at least. In the midst of talking about everything else in Corneria, did I mention that the score for Corneria is 150 points?
Can you make it?
Use the brake!
Alright, so here we need to be very careful to avoid getting crushed. I'm getting conflicting messages from Peppy here. And by pressing C right,
Location confirmed. Sending supplies.
so Rob64 on the Great Fox will drop off some supplies for us. Alright, so we have enemies behind us. Usually braking is the best way to deal with them, or performing a somersault. So yeah, also in the top right we have lives and bombs. So we do have finite bombs and finite lives as well. Also, there's no save feature, so you have to basically play a route in one sitting in the Nintendo 64 version specifically. They did add a save feature, I think, for the 3DS version, since that's designed to be played portably, and not necessarily in one sitting. And yeah, overall the 3DS version has some interesting quality of life differences, also like no friendly fire, which is kind of nice as someone who's not the greatest at this game. It goes without saying that medals aren't exactly a top priority for this playthrough, just because I haven't really practiced like medal routes for all these stages. Alright, so we have these enemies spiraling around us, like so. By the way, the Wii Virtual Console version also has brightness issues, so if the game looks really dark, that's why. But I do prefer this version because of having restore points and, like, controller, like, basically being able to set, like, custom button configurations. Alright, so that enemy is actually really annoying because of the rings being kind of difficult to dodge, but because we have upgraded lasers, it wasn't too bad. And there's our checkpoint, as Slippy is about to get shot down, potentially. So let's get the checkpoint and save him, hopefully. So these have a very precise hitbox, I guess, right in the middle. The teammate health bars are displayed right above their portraits, which is very convenient to see how much health they have left.
Charge your laser.
Alright, so this is something we'll be going over later as well. We have these little special things there that if we fly through all of them, something special will happen. We'll basically go to another route, but we will be going over that route later. In my original Let's Play in like 2016, I actually didn't go through many of the alternate routes. Was it 2016 or 2015? I think it was actually late 2015. But yeah, I didn't go through many of the alternate routes, or any actually. But for this playthrough, I do want to go through basically every level. Yeah, we're only about halfway to the medal score, and we're actually pretty close to the end, I'm pretty sure.
I cannot allow you to go any further.
Enemy shield analyzed.
Let's see what you've got.
I remember this boss being really annoying. So basically, as the shield rotates, we have to destroy the little yellow triangles, like so.
You're more cunning than
Alright,
I
so
thought.
its health bar is slowly depleting by doing this.
I've underestimated you.
Flew right into that.
How about this?
So now it's charging up a laser attack, so let's try to carefully fly out of the way. And now go for the core. Actually, we can attack the core normally, it looks like. It's a little bit more dangerous when it's actively firing. Alright, we did it. But it still has about half its health left.
I'm no match for you. I admit defeat. Are you gonna listen to that monkey? You're not as stupid as you look!
So we have 2 more weak points, like so.
I can't believe I lost to this scum!
Sorry to jet, but I'm in a hurry. All aircraft report.
I'm fine, I'm fine.
I've taken a few hits, but I'm okay.
You worry about your own hide.
And with that, we'll work on more of the lower path levels next time. So thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more Star Fox 64.